Oh, thanks for joining me again. I wish you could smell it in here, because it does smell like the 70s. I'm going to get the ignition key in the ignition. Hang on. Now, first of all, let's take the crook lock off. That's the crook lock key. I need a little bit of... There we go. Taking the crook lock off. The keys out. Now I can put the keys in the ignition. We have ignition. The lights have come on. Now, in keeping with driving a police car from the 1970s, I will of course be lighting a fag. For my American viewers, I am not setting fire to a homosexual. I have nothing against homosexuals. I have my own gaydar account. No, sorry, Grindr account. I am of course bisexual. I'll fuck anything. Animal, vegetable, mineral. I am not bothered. As long as it feels good, I'm in. So the police trying to do me for homophobic dissent didn't go anywhere earlier. I recently didn't be detained for 48 hours by Her Majesty's Constabulary from Saturday afternoon until Monday morning, when I attended court for non-appearance at a court hearing I had no awareness of. I had to eat their junk food and give up my vegan stance and eat the chicken tikka masala. I have no fucking chicken here anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm still fucking vegan. As anyone who's been incarcerated in the UK over the last few years will know, the only thing worth eating is the oat so simple. I prefer the golden syrup version. Everything else is muck. And if you read the instructions and see that it's been microwaved, you'll know that you're being slowly poisoned. I also believe that the tea and the coffee they use contain hallucinogenics and keep you slightly tripped out. That's why there's all this weird furniture on the walls, to make you feel like you're going slightly insane. And then they send fucking do-gooders from mental health care services to help you with the visions you'll see. I just spent a little over 45 hours in solitary confinement, and trust me, with no windows, you soon hallucinate, even without whatever they're fucking adding to the water. I would advise drinking from the sink where you wash your hands. At least it hasn't got bromide in it. Chin chin. So I wish you could smell the car, because it smells of the 70s. I smell of the 70s. After 48 hours in custody, I smell of basically a dead badger. I did have a shower where a looming great individual stood 5 feet away from me as I bent down to pick up the soap. It's okay. I'm kind of down with being bummed. I was raised a Catholic. Maybe that's where I got my bisexuality from. They dropped the charges of homophobic Section 4 because of my Grindr account. I said, well, if you think I'm a homophobe, why don't you visit my Grindr account and question yourself as to whether I'm a homosexual or not. I'm not, of course. But it smells good in here. The steering wheel feels good. We've got a walnut veneer dashboard, leather lock seats, which are probably polyvinyl chloride. The later Rileys had leather. That was an upgrade that the police didn't have because they wanted white grade. However, This vehicle has police brakes, has a police Cooper S race type tuned engine, and is one of a kind, as am I. They broke my phone and lost my glasses on this recent arrest, and then as my electric bicycle was left outside all night, 2 bottles of wine and 1 glove was stolen from its panniers. 1 glove. 1 glove, 1 heart, let's get together and feel alright, as it was in the beginning, so it shall be in the end. I woke up this morning and I asked the Serco woman who came to check on me, I said, what time is it? She said, it's 4 o'clock. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, it can't be. I'd all been detained 45 hours, and those last few hours seemed interminable. But it got to 4 a.m. and I decided it was time to wake up. I generally wake up around then anyway. And I said, can you get me some of the Oats So Simple, which is the only edible thing that you can eat in a British prison, police cell. She reluctantly got them. And what was particularly nice was she said, do you want a couple of extra spoonfuls of sugar in that? They're not all bad. I'm drinking mainly wine from a silver goblet. I can't use the phone with the greater camera because it got destroyed in the arrest and my glasses went missing again. So then when I request the Bible, they give me the Bible. Unfortunately, never the glasses to read it with. However, through concentration and the Spirit of the Lord, I was able to read again. And maybe I don't need glasses any longer. Such is the love of the Lord. Now, I could turn the ignition and try and start the motor, but it won't start. So I need a new battery. I've sourced one. It's 80 quid. It'll arrive tomorrow. And then Riley will start. And as it needs no tax or MOT, I just need to insure the fucking thing on historic insurance and I'm back on the road, baby. I do need to make sure it's roadworthy. I've checked all the tyres and I've checked the brakes. Car's good to go. Cat is on the dashboard. So Minnie's just... Ooh. She's out there. What are you saying, Cat? Yeah, homework. She's a